You walked through hell. Now buckle up and watch this. You walked through hell. But what was on the other side? What you discovered? I just want to tell you, I keep hearing living on a prayer. Like, take my hand and we'll make it, I swear. You made the choice to look through a lens that changed everything. And if this is for you, I want to tell you that this is your timeline shift. You are watching it materialize. All it took was a different lens. This is your hangman. In order to experience heaven, you first had to walk through hell. And if this is you, I want to tell you that you are standing in a space where everything has been leveled. But I want to tell you that you realize that the hero's journey begins in the devil's playground. It begins through dismantling everything that you're not. And it is like a proverbial series of rock bottoms, because only until you get to the depths of the darkness are you able to experience the power of your light. Tips discovery. The Tower. The Strength card. I know it's in reverse, but I want to tell you that in order to make this move, in order to make this shift, you realized that the source of strength that moved through you had an endless supply. It feared nothing. It was your humanness, the lens of separation, that made you feel that you had to fear things outside of you. And if this is for you, I want to tell you that you being your own worst enemy, your chatter in your head being so loud, you're recognizing that you were listening to the wrong voice. You were reading the wrong book. And I just keep seeing this image of like, you shelved the book that was yours and you've been reading from someone else's. But like, it hit you like a ton of bricks when you finally picked up your own book, because you're seeing it through the lens that you're meant to see. And if this is for you, I want to tell you that you are currently living in the energy of dreams coming true. That the things that you once prayed for are materializing faster than you can even keep up. I want to tell you that you are at the part of your story where you have discovered the apology that you wrote yourself. This is where you're finding your people. This is where you have found yourself and the acknowledgement and the awareness that you have been the presence behind everything. You are no longer personifying energy outside of you. You are realizing how it has moved through you and been your compass every step of the way. You are realizing all these purposefully placed things on your path. Metamorphosis complete. Where your wings were once still wet, you weren't ready to quite take flight. And this reminds me of a conversation I was just having with somebody earlier about the rains came down and the floods came up. Your wings were still wet, but now they're dry. And now you're taking flight without hesitation. This is where risk outweighs fear. This is where you realize you've never had anything to lose and only everything to gain. You've realized that it already exists. And the fact that you are living in the apology that you had previously written for yourself is the proof that you chose differently, that you were always going to choose differently, despite the illusions that seemed to knock you on your ass, that felt like hell, that you clawed your way out of, that you got up more times than you can count. And sometimes you crawled. And there were tears and there were pain, and you still have the scars to prove what you've been through. But those scars are no longer speaking from a space of pain. They showed you that you found your way out. You went down to come up. You descended into hell so that you could experience your heaven. And if this is for you, I want to tell you that you have avidly found yourself almost like pinching your arm, like, is this real? It's like you're living in the dream. And you realize that you wrote the dream the same way you wrote the nightmare, but that everywhere along your path, there were your purposeful know better, do betters. And that as long as you continued to choose the do better, you would reach the chapter where it all culminated. And if this is for you, I'm just being drawn to this card right now. And I want to tell you, I'm looking at the clocks. There's 9 clocks here, if you count the big spiral. You have completed such a massive cycle right now. Like, you've hit the point of no return. There's no going back. There's no seeing anything the way you once did. Those illusions have been shattered in a way that you don't even want to put the pieces back together again. You stopped being the resistance, and you stopped getting dragged. But the second that you had to recognize that you were the resistance is where it changed everything. This chapter of let go revealed what was always written. And I want to confirm this. I want to confirm this with the blueprint because this is just too good. So here we go. We're going to confirm this. Okay, well, we landed on this page. But I'm going to read over here. So that was 107. It's the Climb of Ascension. Chapter 5 was the page we landed on, which 5 is all about forward movement. But I'm going to read page 106. This is the turning point. Not because you've made it, but because you made the choice. You've chosen to climb, you've chosen to listen. You've chosen to live as if your life matters, because it does. Ascension is not a reward, it's a remembering. It's coming back to the truth you carried all along. The truth that you are not powerless, that you are not broken, and that you are not too late. As you ascend, your life becomes more aligned with your values. You stop performing, you stop proving, you start prioritizing what feels true. You create from the inside out, you speak more clearly, you move more intentionally, you stop running from your reflection and start walking beside it. Take my hand and we'll make it, I swear. And now the most powerful part is this: as you rise, others will see. Not because you're louder, but because your presence will speak what words cannot. Your life becomes an invitation, not to copy you, but to meet themselves more fully. If you take the time to go watch the video I made before this one, and then come listen to this confirmation in the blueprint, this book just confirmed that video and this one, and how everything is interconnected. And if this is for you, you get it now. You get it. This is the shift from your head to your heart that so many are waiting for outside of themselves. You already made the choice. Love you guys.